Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be discussing about how to register a trademark in Australia. The first step involves checking whether you have a proper trademark or not. Before you file the application for trademark registration, you need to figure out issues such as entering in incorrect particulars or having a misconception with respect to your trademark, which may result into monetary losses as the application fee is not refundable. Therefore, it is always advised to take assistance of trademark experts before making an application. Following are the most important considerations that you need to keep in mind while making an application for trademark registration. 1. Whether the mark is a common or prohibited mark, sign, phrase or not. 2. Check whether the class of goods and services under which you want to register your products and services. 3. Conduct thorough searches in all the databases to check whether a similar or identical trademark already exists or not. 4. See to it if you are comfortable with sharing the details of your address. You have the option of providing PO Box number 2. 5. Check whether the mark is distinctive or not. And lastly, check whether you are eligible to own a trademark or not. The second step involves conducting a trademark classification search. At the time of filing of the trademark application, you need to provide a description of the goods and services you intend to use for your trademark. Goods and services have been categorized into one or more classes. In order to find out that your chosen goods and or services falls under which class, you need to conduct a trademark classification search. This classification search reveals the list of goods and services classes that you can choose for your trademark. The database presents a snapshot of the types of goods and services that fall in each class. If you have filled the application using pick list, then you are eligible for a discount in the filing fees. The goods and services in the classification are divided into 45 classes. Before making the application, you must thoroughly think about the goods and services you want to protect using a trademark. If you make errors at this stage, you will not be able to expand the list once you have made the application. You should always ask yourself the following questions to determine which goods and services are required to be listed. 1. What is the nature of your business? 2. What do you derive your business income from? 3. What goods and services your business offer? How are you known by your clients and customers? The third step involves thoroughly searching the trademarks databases. The trademark consultants at Enterslice always advise to conduct a detailed trademark search to find out whether a similar or identical trademark exists or is pending in the same classes of goods and services under which you want to register your trademark. One should search as widely as possible to reduce the chances of objections and oppositions being raised from IP Australia and the public respectively. Searching for a trademark is not as simple. It requires special skills, as merely searching for an identical mark is not sufficient. Fourth step involves prerequisites of filing the trademark application. Before you start applying for your trademark, you should know about the trademark you are applying for. You must have a good idea about the classes of services and goods you want your trademark registered for. It is important because no major changes can be introduced in the application once it has been submitted. Further, you cannot add services and or goods after the submission of the application. You should also note the class number and the services and goods terms before initiating the application process. If you wish to take your trademark on a global stage, you need to ensure that your mark matches the requirements of WIPO. Fifth step involves submission of the application. Considering that you have the required information, you should pay the prescribed fee. Make sure that your browser is JavaScript enabled. Make sure to enable cookies on your browser or else the form will not work properly. Also make sure that your computer's cache is set to refresh every page. Ensure that file attachments do not exceed the maximum limit of 40 MBs to allow uploading and conversion of the image. Sixth step involves outcome of the application. Examination stage. After filing the trademark application, it takes a period of 3 to 4 months for IP Australia to examine the trademark application to check whether the particulars in the application has been properly filed or not. Notification stage. If IP Australia accepts the application, it will notify the applicant in writing via online services. The stage of opposition. After removing the objections, the trademark is advertised as accepted and left open for a period of 2 months for any third party to challenge the trademark registration on different grounds. Third parties usually file opposition because they think that your mark is similar to theirs. If these objections are raised, then you will be forced to pay the court fee to defend your claim. The stage of adverse examination report. In case the applicant receives an adverse examination report, then the applicant has a time period of 15 months from the date of the report to overcome the issues raised by IP Australia and get your application accepted. This means that the applicant has 15 months time to respond and have the examiner accept your responses. The examiner takes a time period of 20 business days to consider the applicant's response. 7th step, registration of trademark. If you file a suitable response and able to convince IP Australia, then your application will be accepted. However, If the matters still remain outstanding, you can also receive an adverse report. Therefore, it is always suggested by experts at Enterslice to submit your response as early as possible so that you have enough time to meet the pre-requirements. Till the time these issues remain pending and you are unable to resolve the matters, the application will not be accepted and your mark will not be registered. Let us now come to the documents that are required for trademark registration in Australia. All the trademark applications should contain the following information about the trademark. 1. The name and ownership and the contact details of the applicant. The address details should either be of the applicant itself or the address of the trademark attorney or solicitor acting on behalf of the applicant. Second, a graphical representation of the trademark has to be attached according to the image requirements. Third, the applicant has to provide a description of goods and services to which the mark applies. Fourth, the applicant has to attach a proof of fee payment. Fifth, the applicant has to provide the list of relevant classes of the goods and services the applicant intends to sell. For more such information, please subscribe to the channel.